just wanted to give you an update of my page. So much has happened in just a week, okay? Our district went back to training, so we're all back in school, and we were overloaded with so much information. So a lot of us are exhausted. There has been tears, there has been breakthroughs, all that all in one. And so before I get started about my page, I just want to say that however you do your page, whether it's a Bitmoji classroom or virtual classroom or just something simple for you, do not compare yourself to someone else. You're doing a great job. There's just so much resources out there on how to go about Canvas, and there's so many options. And sometimes we can get overloaded and then feel like, what do I do? That was me. That was some other coworkers. Just know that you got this. Your kids are going to love it, and you're going to have an awesome school year. We're in this together. Just keep in mind, everyone's page may look different and have a different way of doing things, and that's a-okay. We're all different and unique, and we all do great things. We just interpret or see things differently sometimes, just different perspectives. So since then as well, I have moved up to teaching first grade remotely, and I'm super excited about that. I've taught kindergarten for 5 years, and this will be my first year teaching first grade. So I'm excited but a little nervous, but we're going to get through it. And so here we go. So I have not changed my virtual classroom so much. I'm keeping it the same. I just have in my mind, since that fourth quarter last spring was kind of optional and it was just a lot with this pandemic. And so just thinking about the littles, where they left off in kindergarten, and trying to just give some reviews. So that's why the page is staying the same in my virtual classroom. So where it's different is as we begin to scroll down. Before, I had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as my buttons. But what my district did, they set up on the side all these courses for us, for the students. And so from what I gathered, if we put everything under like one page or one course, it may be hard for you to go back and look at different grades. Or let's just say you're looking for a reading and you have to go through everything to find reading because everything's on one page. And so I think our district was trying to help us out in separating it by subject. So when you go back to look at grades or what your students may have missed during a specific time, you can just go under the subject and find it. So this is what I have done. So at the beginning of the day, we have morning meeting. So the first thing I want my students to click on is WebEx video chat. And it's embedded in our Canvas, so our students won't have to exit out of or go to a different place to video chat with us. So when they click on it, it will take them to the WebEx that I have scheduled for them each morning. So I thought that was awesome of our district to embed that. And so they'll be able to do that on their end. So I have that. They will be live with me, morning meeting, reading, and math. I don't plan on being live the entire time of reading and math because I do want to give them time off screen and do some work as well. I don't want them to have too much screen time. And that's what my team and I decided, which was awesome. And so my new buttons are families, announcements and weekly newsletters, grades, the social emotional room, and the virtual dance party room. And so in the families, when they click on it, I have meet Miss Galloway, a little snippet about myself, And let me go back real quick. So I have Meet Miss Galloway daily schedule, WebEx expectations, how-to videos, our ABCD schedule, that's the specials like PE, music, library, and art, and our school calendar in the district. And so when they click on it, they'll learn a little bit about me, and who I am, and what to expect this school year. And then each one has a home button, just in case they don't want to keep clicking through everything every time. They can press home. But as they get to know me, they'll be able to just click through it. So then on the next one, daily schedule, I matched the icons to each subject. So when they see the WebEx Live, they know that's that button. You'll see here in a little bit how Reading Live looks similar. So this icon, and then Math Live, restroom break, lunch break, recess, writing, and then the weeks. A week is art, so I have a picture of that, like emoji, or bit emoji, and then music, PE, and library. So they'll know where they're going for those weeks. What I need, tier reading time, science and social studies, and then cleanup and dismissal. And then again, they can press home, but I am going to click through it so you can see the others. My WebEx expectations. So in my mind, since this is under families, the families will talk to their child about it, but I will as well as a class what I expect. Did I press home? I pressed the home button. Sorry, guys. But I will as well go over the expectation of our class. And so the WebEx expectation, I don't have how-tos in yet, but I will. But I put that button at the bottom. And then our ABC schedule, so they know what special we have during each month, each week. And then our school calendar. And then they can press home. Then from there, going down, weekly announcement. So this is how I have it set up. I do need to fix my buttons because some of my circles are smaller than the other. But I figured for the weekly newsletter, I put this in a separate button, so just more for me. So each week, I'll have a weekly newsletter and announcement. And so I went up until Thanksgiving break. And so I'll only publish this one, but there's nothing in there. But whatever we're learning this week, what's going to happen in the week, I plan on writing in there and then have that home button that they can click back to. All these other ones, I don't have published, so they won't be able to see it. So once it's the next week, I'll publish it. Then they'll know what's going on for the week and the announcements. So that's my thought on that. And then let me go back. Then the grades, that's going to sink in. I don't have a page yet, but it's going to sink in on the sidebar where it says grade. So I'm going to have that sync together. Then scrolling down, you have my social emotional room. Again, so I was trying to figure out how to fit that in the day. And so what I'm thinking right now is after school or before school or whenever, I'll just leave this available for families to do together, or if their child wants to do it on their own, my student. And they'll just have little things to do after school or before school, or maybe even during the recess time as a family. And I put that home button again for them to go back to. And then I did the same, I'm thinking the same thing for a virtual break, or we can as a class pick a song to do and come back. But again, kind of make it family friendly before school to wake them up, or after school weekends. It'll just be available for their families or for their me time. And we can also do it in class. I may have some days where let's go to our social emotional room and find a book to read to us, something like that. And so that's those buttons. So the students, because our district put it in courses, in student view, they should be able to click on the book and see all their courses. Right now, it's not really showing up on the student view. And so I have to check with our district what's going on. And I can show you real quick what I mean. So let me go down. I don't even see it. Maybe if I refresh the page, it will have the buttons to see student view. And it doesn't. That's okay. Well, for now, let me show you. So in student view, my students should be able to see the homeroom, social studies, science, mathematics, and English language arts. And so my plan is to teach the students. We first go into the homeroom and of course communicate to parents this too. And then click on WebEx Live. We go live. Then once we're done with morning meeting and done with reading, I would tell them to click on English language arts. And then when they go there, I have that icon that matched in my daily schedule. Oh, and there goes that student view. It popped up here. And so we'll click on it here in a moment. But they'll see that same icon in the daily schedule. And so they know this is reading. And so in my mind, teaching the kids that on Mondays, we click on the Monday button. I don't have any assignments yet, but they would click on Monday and see the assignment just for Monday's reading lessons, the assignments for that. And so, as well as if they, when it was time, let's just say it's time for math. And so we click on math, same icon as the daily schedule. So they'll see that, know it's math. Let's say it's Tuesday, they'll click on Tuesday and see the lesson for that day, and then they're done. And again, I would have what I would like them to see published, and what is not, like if it's for the next day, something for the next day, it wouldn't be published. So they're only seeing what today's entails or the previous day if they missed class. And then science, they have the same icon in the daily schedule, and then Monday through Friday. And then let's show you social studies. Same thing. So they'll be able to click. We'll discuss what day of the week, and look, and I will have the how-to videos for my students to know what to do. So in student view, right now, when I go to student view, it doesn't show all the courses on the side, but it shows what it would look like when they click on social studies. Again, I need to check with our district of why everything's not, like all the courses aren't showing up yet, but I do have them published. And so I'm gonna exit out of student view, and hopefully it'll be fixed before we go to school. So social studies, for specials, the PE, art, music, and library, I have to see if it's going to be added on the side. If so, I may add a button on the homepage where kids know, all right, when it's specials, that's the only button on the homepage that will lead me to PE, music, art, or library for the week. Once I figure out what our district is planning to do, how to embed that into our Canvas, then I'll have a better idea. But I wanted to show you where I'm at today. In Canvas, it looks different from when I first started. I'll probably change this several times. And I will give you guys an update again, probably by the end of this week. School starts September 8th. So I will definitely have my mind made up by next weekend and be ready to share and teach our families. I hope this video was helpful. If you want to give me tips, I'm totally up for it. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, or if you know my email, feel free to email me, or any way you could think of contacting me. So have a wonderful day. Real quick. So all these eyes with a line through it, the reason why I have all this is because I didn't want my students to see on their end. If you go to settings, and then selections, no, not selections, what was it? Navigations. Okay, if you go here, so if I drag something up here, so it's a drag and drop, this means that my students will be able to see it. And so when it's dragged down, my students aren't able to see it, but they will have access to it when they click on the buttons. So I didn't want to confuse my students with all this on the side, so let me show you real quick. So let's just say I want it to show my students announcements, if it'll let me. There we go. Skyward and all that. So when I go to student view, once I save, let me save it real quick. Okay, so it's saved. So when you go to students view, my students can see that on the side. And I don't want them clicking everywhere, and so that's why I took it away. So whether this is showing, this is like two different ways to get to the WebEx, but whether this is showing or not, the students will be able to access it as long as you have a button for it. So let's go back. Let me exit out of student view. And then go back to settings. And then I'm just going to put this all back down, save it. And then show you student view. Now it's gone, except for the home button. And so I just figured if we had everything down here, the kids may start clicking, and I just want to keep it as simple as possible. And for them to only see that. And that's how it is. Again, like I said, only like a few courses pop up. I'm sure the district will update it this week where the kids can see all the courses. And I will give you guys an update on that as well. And once again, I hope this video was helpful. Feel free to give me any tips. Know that you got this. There's just tons of resources. And so the way you envision your virtual class, go for it. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing. I just give yourself grace and give other people grace, and just see the best in everyone. We all want to make sure our kids are learning and are growing along with us. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.